Hey, YouTube. Oh, hey, it's road time. Coming at ya with a new series. It's motherfucking road time. Here comes road time. He's coming down the line, and road time does it.
Okay, hi. So, my name is Road Time.
Your boy here. That's me, your boy. Road time, your boy. But also, the name of this series, your boy. But also, not the name of this series, though I think you'll find if you check the workshop, the island is in fact called Ya Boy. I decided to alter the name of the series last minute. It came to me in a vision to New Era in memorial of my discarded Era series, this basically being a cheap, if much larger, rehash of that. Except this time, I will not succumb to spaghetti, god damn it! What I wanted this time around was to stick to the OG axiom of organic growth, which last time was so heedlessly abolished from the word catchment.
I have to admit, I do love me a good catchment every now and then.
But something else came to me in a vision. Remember what it was like 3,000 years ago wandering the unbuilt, landmarkless world to stumble into sight of the pyramids for the first time?
Road Time remembers.
Now what I want is to emulate that feeling. This series will be to the modern world what the pyramids were to the ancient. Or maybe I'll just slap down some spaghetti and call it a day. You? Or maybe I'll strike a balance? You?
Drafting the island.
Oh, what is that shit? I'm afraid to inform you that that is what the map looked like halfway through the finished product. Unfortunately, there was another product. Yeah, all of a sudden, Road Time's lack of foliage and low detailed cliffs don't seem so bad, does it? And do you know what? You can shut your mouth, because that's what drafts are for. Who exactly is condemning me here? Me? Okay, say something about the map, say something about the map. Got some water, got some land, blank map, blank map, blank map, blank map. Idea number one is Mount Fuji and/or a steepish cone of land surrounded by... Well, that's just it, isn't it? How the heck do you surround a circle with anything? Give it a go, they said. And all of a sudden you wind up with... well, wind up with... yeah, that's actually bloody beautiful. That's a little inconvenient. I guess I'm picturing a pocket of city, a smidgen of CBD, a smidgen, a little bit of suburbs, and maybe a little reserve. I mean, is it impossible to find a nice, accommodating Mount Fuji? Am I reaching for the stars here? Not really. Having said that, it's impossible. Or in any case, the fear that it is what drove me to idea number two. See attached for your consideration idea number two. Idea number two, panic build the Matterhorn. Didn't know this was an exotic mountain episode. Bam. Yeah, I like this quite much. I like where this is going. I can work with this. I very much have strong feelings for the valley on this side, which I emulate and copy the river running through, expecting to get some city up in Dur somewhere. In the end though, this probably is not acting as prime city territory. Look, if Benidorm can do this, I might pull something off. At this point I need to restart the map as the mountain was not centered enough. Fuck my life. Building the map. Oh no, it's hideous. But if Road Time fixes it, then perhaps gifts. Alright, got some water, got some land, blank map, etc. Yeah, nah, that's all well and good, but you're probably going to need to go full squirrel mode to get this under control.
Yeah, put that there, and they will go over there. Put them.
Yeah. Didn't this used to be a serious channel? Real boy hours incoming.
I am getting too high.
18 lanes because YOLO. Blacks. Normie congregation tactics. Rail. Quadrupus engaged. As for why they utilise canals and to dump what exactly, I am not privy. Before eyeballing with Move It anyway, indulge me for a moment in one of my famous discretionary narratives, won't you? I interrupt this village segment to bring you doubling of the super tall. Overly sensitive town planners. The plan, not that I have a plan or care whether I have a plan, let's trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards. BAPS. I sincerely encourage, the memes are over by the way, this is the regular vid. again. Anyone feeling like terraforming is too hard, A, to give it a go, and B, to persevere when it looks like shit. Of course, the position I ostensibly take in telling you this depends on whether you think my terrain troubleshooters actually did pay off. So just take what you want from that advice. Say something about the freaking map.
Mip, there's one. The People's Mountain.
Whoop, nope, can't say anything about that because I had the more vehicles mod on and didn't realize that I turned it off or something, and then the file said it was corrupted, but I could have just turned it back on and it would have worked. But anyway, I started again, see here, new map, ouch. It's safer with the mod off anyway, and I can always turn it back on if, unlike the original plan, I ever get any vehicles on the road, which I won't. Mommy, why won't Road Time say something about the map? I don't know, sweetie, I don't know. That's a burgeoning mountain if I ever saw one, accompanied by the river/valley of which I was so fond throughout the draft. Wait a minute, this is a tropical island. Why got it doesn't desert? Why would I ask that? Like, why do I care? Genesis, he calls it. Yeah, no, I'll give it that. The spawn of the desert was a time to behold. Following from last era's big-ass patch of sand, we have a big-ass patch of sand. For all your big-ass patch of sand needs. Namely, that it acts as a novelty hybrid between sea and land, sort of bridging the land and accommodating some construction, but still warranting actual bridges. I sell big-ass patch of sand and big-ass patch of sand accessories. Cool line, mate, but join me as I despair in the eventual loss of said big-ass patch of sand since I got really picky and apparently just couldn't make it look right, but now I wish I kept it, man. The hybrid novelty, man. Come on, what happened? It did persevere slightly, but these patches of sand just kinda a little bit, you know, vanilla mappy. I mean, never have, never will. Mountain detailing takes a long time when you don't know what you're doing. I've always just followed Fluxtrance's chart, where he uses de-elevation tool on super low strength to shape edges with increasingly fractal detail, though I muchly reckon the shortcut I now often take, where I use the height difference tool to instantly form the larger edges, gets me where I'm going quicker, at least given I don't think I will ever put in the practice to terraform a la the likes of Flux. Ah, fuck, I restarted the mountain. Fuck! Just kinda branching out this way to make a secondary part of the mountain. I've actually got quite a long mountain at this stage.
It goes there, and then it goes there.
Alright, think we might have skipped a chunk in the filming there, but the, mountain's green now. Just to double back and rap about the desert for a second, because I actually do care very much about the desert, just not about justifying its imaginary existence to imaginary backlash, in case that wasn't clear. Its purpose is pyramids, low class, slums, wealth tiers, etc. Wait a minute, that etc. prompts me to give a more detailed explanation about something. Biomes. The island is made of them. Our mountain is green, less green. The desert is aforementioned. And before I name the last one, I just need to interrupt to mention this little waterfall. Sweet. And the dark tropical green is actually not filmed for a while, so that's a good enough reason for me to include everything in between. Development to the coast and more sand, I guess. Actually, this is a much better view of the big-ass patch of sand than was included in the big-ass patch of sand section, so worth noting, I guess. Put a pin in the tropical green. Have I ever told you how much I love Tamarama Beach in Sydney? If I have, you're lying, because I only found it since I last posted an episode, granted that was over a century ago. Anyway, yeah, once again it looks like I was too picky and wound up demolishing the little coves I had modelled off of Tamarama, which viewing now made for an overall more detailed and spicy coastline.
Ah, there we are.
Tropical green, kinda second world, developing country, still lots of big buildings, possibly the biggest, probably some massive megatolls, not really that clearly defined to be honest. Of course, I should mention the default colour, which I think will represent the west and all things blocky and built up. Oh yeah, and this one is the same as the arid mountain, but lower it down to just above sea level, cover it with trees and snake through some little rivers, and you have yourself a swamp. I'm primarily copying $2.20 after seeing the swamp he made for his Marble Mountain series. I A, am so done, B, just ate more cookie dough than made it onto the baking sheet, and C, start uni in a week, but D, do want to talk about one more feature, which is these nifty satellite islands. Each major biome, aside from the prevailingly dominant default biome, has its own satellite, should occupants ever require an embassy, which will be a good driver for road propagation, and complement an arbitrarily imposed standard of somewhat separation between biomes. Also a good driver for road propagation.
Ah, the blank map.
As my primary school teacher said to me during an art project that required us to put our work to display for the other students at the front of the room, "You're happy with that, are you?" As a matter of fact, I thought I was. The outro has never been the place to introduce new content, but see here this Pride Rock style slanted arid mountain,
And here's a little mini version of that, too.
I also reused that shape over here and along this side of the coastline, which I'll say turned out pretty decent, and revived the Temerama dream. Well, I'm a little up in arms about what to do now because I was planning not to fill the island with anything too complicated once I start building on it, which I stuck to for about one episode's worth of content, but then it did get pretty complicated and I thought, that looks okay, this could be the road to go down, but now it's taking too long and I want to get traffic on the roads, gosh darn it. So, I reckon y'all can stand by for that fairly simple first build episode, followed by an episode 2.5 or something where I showcase the road I was going down, but not in much detail, and then, hopefully I'll revert back to the original dream of getting cars on the road! That's all, thanks for watching, and goodbye forever. Say something! Say something about the map!